Ross Crater is just one of the 60% of college students whose 4 years will not go according to their original plans. Currently taking a leave of absence to focus on his mental health, Ross explains his journey to getting back to the classroom.
So, in prepping for college and high school, I was homeschooled, and so it looked different for me than it looked for a lot of other people. And so, I was originally planning on going to the U.S. Coast Guard Academy, and so a lot of my studies were envisioning for that purpose. And so, I had taken a lot of AP courses. I had taken some college also at Delaware County Community College that ended up they weren't transfer credits that I could apply to Temple, but I had taken them originally planning on going to the Coast Guard Academy. And around senior year was when I was kind of thinking through, and I realized I didn't really, my reasons for wanting to go to the Coast Guard were mostly because it was free tuition, and it was in more towards that end than actually wanting to be a Coast Guard officer. So I decided to start looking at other schools in the area.
As colleges across the nation struggle to keep retention rates up, they are also faced with the task of retaining students who are considered underserved. Underserved students are less likely to be retained based on their mental health challenges in school and at home that affect them.
Pretty much, retention is really looking at the students that come into your institution and seeing how they retain, one, their first year, right? So freshmen from first year to their second year. And then there's also retention of students just along their persistence route to graduation.
Yes, well, certainly if we're now talking about in the context of college students, I think it's pretty well documented that individuals that are underserved come into a college setting with some resource disadvantages that make adjustment to college a little more likely on average to be stressful or difficult or result in mental health related problems such as depression, anxiety, stress, and then sort of the close correlations of feeling isolated or alienated, and then having difficulty achieving.
And in my second semester, things quickly started going downhill, and so it was really second semester that I really began seriously considering, okay, is there a point to continuing school at this point, or do I want to take some time off and really figure things out and get essentially the help I need in order to recover. And so over the course of that semester, I had failed one of my classes, and I had took the class in the summer and I passed it then. And so I figured, because the summer had gone fairly well, I figured I'd give the first semester a go. But then things started getting really bad, and that was when I really realized that I need to take time off and figure things out.
Yes, well, to me, what I really encourage is, first off, awareness of the dynamics that might be that would put somebody at risk. So, are they aware? Is the facility aware? Are there mechanisms to foster that awareness?
I definitely have been thinking a lot about what I'm planning on accomplishing over this break, and one of the biggest and number one priority is seeking help, and as far as like a psychiatrist is concerned, finding out if it's something that I would need to go on medication for. That's definitely priority number one. And I would say one of the biggest reasons that people should care about it is this: college is sort of a crucial time where you're in high school, and up until that you're sort of making the base work for what you're going to be doing. But college is really where you start learning about what you're really going to be practicing. Like if you're a medical student, for example, when you start learning about really what it means to be a doctor, you do that in college, not much in high school. And so I would say it's really important, especially with technology growing the way it is, that if students in college are depressed, they're either not going to be able to accomplish school, or they're going to be able to do it much less than they would be otherwise. For a while before I was depressed, my general outlook was, everything sort of happens for a reason, and even if things are hard, like there's going to be an end to it. And that's pretty much, I guess, would be the main thing, that things aren't going, even though things are hard now, and I don't really see a point to things now, there's going to be a point where things will get better. And they won't be so hard, and I'll be able to see the good despite all the bad. So